Willie D Live.
Let's say you like somebody.
Okay.
And they cheat.
All right. They cheating?
Let's say you find out they cheated.
Okay. On me?
You find out she cheated on you.
Okay.
And let's say, first of all, if a woman cheats on you, is there anything that she can, are there any type of forgiveness there in your mind if a woman cheats?
I mean, it depends on who the man is. My mindset is I believe anybody will cheat under the right circumstances because people are people, and that's just what it is. And a woman cheating on you don't say nothing about you as a man. That don't mean that you was lacking anything. That don't mean that something was missing. A person who's gonna cheat is gonna do that anyway. Because I've seen people cheat under the best circumstances and the worst, and the outcome is still the same. So it depends on if you as a man feel like your life is better with this person than without him. Of course, and time heals all wounds.
Okay. Well, let's explore this wound. Let's say she cheated and she gave the dude some head.
That's the worst. That's cheating. But check this out.
You know why I asked that question,
cheating don't even have to be as physical as that.
No, but I'm saying specifically that I asked you that question because specifically
she cheated and she gave up some head.
I asked you that because I saw an interview you did once where you said that's the worst thing a woman can do.
That's the worst.
If she do
that's
that,
the nail in the coffin.
If she do that, we talking about irreconcilable differences.
Man, that's exactly what that means. You can't forgive that. And then did she cheat away from the house? Like, was it away, or was this somebody in the immediate vicinity of the community? What are the chances of you running into this person? Did she go to Miami and cheat? Was she on a girls' trip and cheat? Or was she cheating in the neighborhood cheating?
Right.
You got to factor in a lot of this. Okay. But if your lady cheats on you and she give up some head, she hates your guts. She hates you. Yeah. You did something to this lady that made her want to break your entire heart. Yes, that's the nail in the. You got to go. Yeah. Because as a man, you know we can't forgive shit like that. It might be 5 years from now, Christmas, and your kids is happy, and you look over and say, "You dirty bitch, you was down the street sucking dick."
Hey, and you know when you walk into a place where that dude is, and especially when there's other dudes around, you know he gonna tell.
It's over.
He gonna tell somebody,
It's over with. That's crazy to even let somebody. You know how it is. You a fighter. For anybody to be able to hold some shit like that over you, this gonna make you snap. You know that shit gonna make you snap.
I find it like strange that women can forgive. I mean, they don't forget, but they can forgive and still be with a guy after he cheat. But very few men that I know, if they find out their woman cheated, will stay in the relationship. I mean, that I know personally. I know I've seen dudes do it.
I've seen it happen.
I've seen many dudes do it. But like the guys that I know on a personal level, at least, unless the woman cheated and they didn't tell us. They didn't share with me that she cheated on them. But guys find it very difficult. Like me, I've never, I'm sure I've been cheated on, but if I was cheated on, I wouldn't take a chick back. I'm not built like that. I'm not built to take her back. Because call me antiquated, whatever you want to call me, whatever. Call me a caveman, but I'm a conqueror. That's my woman. That's my woman. And if you do certain things, she give it to somebody else, that's a major violation, man. And it's like
can't let that go.
Because women, they're emotionally attached when they go into these type of situations, and we can do stuff like that, and
or so we have been led to believe.
Yeah,
because a woman can fuck with no emotions too, and that's why I say I don't put cheating past nobody.
Good point.
And the right circumstances can make anybody fold. Just like with a couple weeks ago, the Keke Palmer shit.
Yeah.
Like, people was like, why he do all... Like, man, that bro was hurt. He's a young man. He hurt. He got pride. He was somebody, too.
But would you go on the internet? Would you put your woman on blast on the internet?
What?
I mean, the mother of your child, the woman that you're in the current relationship with, would you do something like that?
I would never do no shit like that.
Yeah. And I think that's where he really missed the mark at. I think if he would have had that was a private conversation.
Yeah, but I think it was one of those things where it was like, you can factor in a lot of shit. What if he had no idea this shit was going on? And he's seeing it for the first time. People tagging him in it. They DMing it to him. Like, where else he gonna respond at?
But Karlous, didn't he kind of play himself by making videos and taking pictures before all of that ever happened with his woman being in provocative clothing?
But he didn't know. He didn't know that was. He thought he had one, because all the way up until this point, they been in love, kissing in the mouth. They done made a love child. He thinking that he got one of them ones, and he didn't know that Usher was the one that was gonna make her fold. Because this is the first time that he didn't ever seen his woman be anything other than his woman.
Boy, she was throwing herself on him too, man.
That's one of them situations where you can't win in. That might have been as far as it went. She might have been fanned out. She might have wanted a picture. She might have went backstage.
When your woman is flaunting her stuff on social media and you're filming it and posting it, and you're hee-hee and ha-ha and you're encouraging her, get it, girl, look at my girl, look at mine. Perhaps it was all of those acts that made her feel like she could do that and he would be okay with that.
She thought that had the security of the relationship.
Because he kind of likes the attention that she gets when she flaunts what she has.
Most definitely. But see, that's the catch-22 of social media. You could never give your girl as much attention as those 600,000 dudes that's following her, that's going to her page every day, that like to post when it's her on the beach in the bikini. They like to post when she posts you. They like her.
Right.
Whatever she got going on, you ain't gonna stop that.
Yeah.
So it really, like you said, that is a conversation that you have to have offline. But I don't think that's just one conversation. Shit, you might have to have that conversation quarterly.
Yeah.
Feelings change, especially when you on the other side and you got to watch. He do like the attention she get when he take the pictures and he okay that. But when she go out and do it and he don't know nothing about it, it hit different.
I think it hit different because social media made a big deal out of the blogs. It was like, look at his woman.
The whole world laughing at me.
Ain't she married, or ain't she in a relationship, or don't she have a new baby and all this? Why is she out here doing? And I think that pressure is what made him cave.
But I don't want this to be one of them things that they look back in 5 years, 10 years, and they regret that they let social media dictate how they were gonna handle their miscommunication. It's a baby involved.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So, like you said, he might get over that shit in 2 years. He might get over it in 5 or 4 months. But he's still going to have to deal with putting his business out there in front of the whole world and letting them know that he got emotional over some pictures and a video.
Man, you know you could be a goddamn relationship consultant.
I wouldn't.
Did you know that?
I wouldn't do it.
You know that?
Because of people.
Dude, you are wise beyond your years.
Well, matters of the heart become very shaky. Because like you said, you could change. Your feelings could change. You could get over that shit. And then once you get back into that lion's den or dealing with this person that you did have these hangups with, some of those old feelings might flare up. Some old beef might pop back up. Some shit you might, like if you even decide to deal with a person again, you still going to have to deal with the shit that y'all left off on.
Right.
Who knows? But that's the grace of a woman. Like you were saying, how we got into all this anyway. If a woman cares anything about you, you would never know who she liked or who she cheated on you with. That's how they protect us, by keeping that type of shit away from us, because they know we ain't built for it. We can't handle it.
Yeah, right.
Your lady can speak to a nigga wrong and it'll fuck your whole day up. Thank you. What the fuck you mean, thank you? And this shit happens daily, man.
Yeah.
But you know, as black men, we do have a different fight to fight, because, you know, we so masculine, so ain't nobody gonna cross me, ain't nobody finna, you know what I'm saying, make me feel shit.
Right.
So once you get to dealing with a woman and you in your feelings, ain't no telling what a nigga might do if he ain't never been there before.
Did you see the video of the guy who was in his feelings that was stood up at a restaurant? He said he had hung out for about 30 minutes waiting on this woman. He said he had bought flowers. He showed the flowers off that he had bought. He said that he did all the right things. He said, I was consistent. I listened to her. I picked the restaurant. You know, I was on time. You know, I picked the time. And I'm just looking for my person. And he's starts to crying and stuff. I don't know if this dude was a comedian or what, but it was
real.
just really pitiful, bro, to watch a man break down like that. And I know somebody goes, hey, you know, well, men can cry and that. I'm not saying, I don't subscribe to the idea that men can't cry, but I do believe that there should be a bigger difference between men and women than our anatomy. Like, I feel like that not feel like, but I know we should talk differently, walk differently, dress differently, argue differently, debate differently. Like, there should be more of a difference between men and women than just our anatomy.
Right.
And to me, what woman, especially the women who will defend this dude invariably, what woman wants a dude like that to lead them? A dude who can't accept rejection. I mean, a simple rejection. I know getting stood up is a big deal, but it ain't that big of a damn deal. I've been stood up a couple times. You know, like I know a whole lot of people who's been stood up. Women have been stood up.
Right.
But you don't fold and go to social media and start crying. I think if the dude would have just jumped on social media and told his experience without the emotional side of it, like, look, guys, this is what happened to me, da-da-da. Don't let this happen to you.
It wouldn't have worked for him.
Hey, guys, you win some, you lose some. Because that's life.
For him.
You win some, you lose some.
It wouldn't have worked for him. Because if he would have took that approach, saying, hey, guys, hey, it happened, like, guys gonna see that video and be like, you're not the type of you're not the type of man that a woman would want anyway. You crazy, you ain't got no fresh cut, your eyes is going all everywhere. Like, that it wouldn't hit the same if he tried to appeal to the male audience, because we're gonna look at him like, you lame as hell anyway. It wouldn't have hit. So when he took the simp route and cried for the sympathy for the ladies, the same ladies that'll get on there and be like, oh, that's so messed up, we shouldn't treat him like that. People need to be. These the same ladies that wouldn't date this man that would have stood him up too.
Right.
So it wouldn't, he was gonna lose anyway. My best advice to that dude would be to take that money that he was gonna spend on that date and just give it to her. you not date material, my boy. You need to start tricking. You got to buy her something. You got to take her somewhere. You the type of dude that's gonna have the trick to keep her interested forever. Right. All this money you done saved up, not dating, being single over the years, buying these Xboxes and PlayStations and shit, that's the money you need to be spending getting your social life together. You don't have no other way around it.
Right.
You're just gonna have to be a paymaster.
Perhaps she stood him up because he was doing too much. Perhaps she saw something.
I feel like the lady who agreed to it was just being nice.
Huh.
She just couldn't tell him no in his face.
Well, I think it's worse to tell a person yes and then stand them up. I think that's even worse than just going out and saying, or just make up a lie. I mean, women lie, men lie. Just tell a lie and say you can't do it. You're sick, you're going out of town, you're leaving the country for 2 years, whatever you got to do.
That's the psychology behind it. She didn't even care enough to lie.
Yeah, exactly.